And now for a KVRT-13 Zone 47 special report.
You give us 3 minutes, we give you the maelstrom. Welcome to the KVRT-13 Zone 47 special report. I'm November, and compliance is mandatory, so keep your eyes on the screen. Right now, our resource extraction operations, what you might call Mythic Plus dungeons, are operating at peak economic efficiency. Independent contractors in the tanking division are maximizing profit margins by aggroing entire sectors at once, dragging 40 hostile targets into a single beautiful kill zone. When a healer fails to output sufficient volume or a DPS asset underperforms, the group immediately terminates their contract. Dissident call this toxicity. We call it mandatory optimization. Time is our most valuable currency, and liquidating weak links is simply how you protect the group's yield. But a disturbing trend is threatening our margins. A rising wave of uneducated casual laborers are filing grievances. They log in, step into a high-yield operation without reading the quarterly reports and view our standard optimization protocols as outright hostility. The ruthless speed demanded by the Mythic Plus market simply does not tolerate the emotional fragility of an unoptimized workforce. And unfortunately for our shareholders, that friction has attracted the disastrous heavy hand of management. Management's official onboarding simulation, Exile's Reach, teaches recruits how to press a single button in a sterile padded room. It completely fails to prepare them for the high-speed reality of modern deployment where hesitation means immediate replacement. By the time these fresh assets hit the field, they are utterly blind. They haven't installed the mandatory third-party biometric trackers like Radar.io scores or rotation assistants that dictate our unwritten social meta. Instead of updating the training modules, management tried to force veteran contractors to be polite. Back in patch 9.2.5, they rolled out the social contract, a mandatory agreement requiring you to be nice and assist underperforming recruits during extractions. They backed it up with automated chat moderation. Under the guise of reducing toxicity, the system began flagging and banning assets for blunt, highly efficient communication. Telling a contractor they are failing their key performance indicators is now classified as a punishable offense. So, top-performing assets adapted. They stopped typing entirely. At the first sign of a wiped room or a missed interrupt, they simply abandoned the doomed operation and queued for the next one. Management is trying to solve a severe technical skill deficit by patching the social rules. And because they refuse to address the actual performance metrics, they are now targeting your right to leave. Starting in patch 11.2, management is launching a direct aggressive regulatory attack on independent contractors who abandon failing runs. This logic flowchart details the new operational reality. You can no longer unilaterally leave an extraction. If a run is failing, you must initiate a disband vote. If denied, leaving tags you with a deserter penalty, locking you out. Repeat offenders get branded with the mark of the lever, warning future groups you're a flight risk. However, early intelligence indicates a massive structural flaw in this rollout. The penalty is strictly character-specific, not account-wide. Log out of the branded druid, log into a pristine paladin, and immediately resume field operations with 0 marks on their record. This regulatory net legally traps our best talent inside failing, unprofitable operations, punishing accurate risk assessment while leaving gaping loopholes for systemic abuse. The corporate literature also leaves the actual voting mathematics completely unresolved if 3 contractors vote to disband and 2 refuse. Does the majority win, or can a tyrannical keyholder force a unanimous 5-0 lock-in? Enterprising assets are already probing for bypasses. If a contractor triggers a hard application crash, an Alt F4 disconnect. Will the automated detection fail to register the abandonment? The greatest threat to productivity is the dual queue hostage scenario. If a tank and healer queue together and refuse to vote yes, the other 3 assets are mathematically trapped in a dead 40-minute run with no legal means of escape. The macroeconomic forecast is grim. Faced with these liabilities, top-tier tanks and healers will withdraw their labor from the public group finder entirely. They will treat into private unregulated guilds, starving the public sector of essential personnel. You cannot patch human nature. As long as the dungeon timer monetizes speed and heavily penalizes learning, the market will always reject underperformers. Until management prioritizes systemic optimization over social coddling, shareholders must remain vigilant. Protect your time, optimize your routes, and always remember to liquidate your liabilities.
Would you like to know more?